Oh, what happened?
Russ, I got a forecast for you, buddy. It's raining. Yeah, we're in Richmond here. Harvest Power is the name of the game today. We are going to be showing you how to take food scraps and compost, food scraps and yard trimmings, and turn them into compost and clean energy. We're going to do it all here with the lovely Farrell coming up. Woo! We're singing in the rain today.
Braving the elements, and I love the boots, Thor.
Watch me twirl. They just cued us.
What? We did.
Come on, fire that baby up! Let's go! We're here at Harvest Power, people, and I'm with Farrell. And Farrell, the beauty of this is that you can take food scraps and yard trimmings, turn them into compost and clean energy, and that's what we do here at Harvest Power in Richmond. And this is commonly what you would see in terms of food scraps in a common home, right?
Exactly. We've got. It's very easy to separate your food scraps from your garbage, your plastics, metals, and glass, etc. You take your food scraps, put it into your compost bin like so. Then we have the green cart that lives out in the alley or out in your backyard.
And sorry, what do you need the paper for?
The paper is to line the compost bin, actually, because we want to stay away from bioplastics and plastics and that type of thing.
Course.
So
right.
use paper, just so it doesn't get icky, right?
Okay.
Goes into your green cart like so.
And the general rule is like, if it grew or chew, you can basically throw it in there.
Absolutely. We'll take it at site. We turn it into green energy, sorry, or compost.
Okay.
It's too early.
And these bins are provided by the city, and the bigger one would be for a household, and the smaller one there would be for like an apartment dwelling.
Yeah, our townhouse, yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
Right. And then they get picked up once a week right now in Richmond, or depending on the municipality.
Correct.
And it's amazing because on the far end there, that is the compost that your food scraps essentially get turned into compost.
That's correct. And right here, I'm growing an onion in the soil that we make.
The very
food
soil.
Scraps to soil. I'm growing food with what we bring in here from your yard waste and your food scraps.
It's like the circle of life.
It is.
Awesome. And tea bags and all kinds of fruit and eggshells, all that stuff's good.
Yep, everything's good.
Awesome. Thanks, Farrell. We're hanging out here all morning long, braving the cold and rainy weather at Harvest Power in Richmond, learning all about composting.
Hey, Thor, do us a favor. Next, give that camera lens a wipe for us, too, so we can see it clearly.
We will.
All right.
Definitely. Thanks. Really? Tapering off? I don't think so, buddy. That's okay, though. Okay, we're here at Harvest Power in Richmond, and what we're doing today is learning about how you can take food scraps and yard trimmings and turn them into compost and clean energy. And coming up, you guys, we're going to learn all about the energy garden here. It's one of the amazing features here at Harvest Power in Richmond. We're braving the elements in the name of sustainability and clean energy. Performance with Crucial Taunt later, hopefully. Okay, guys, we're at Harvest Power right now in Richmond, and we're talking about turning your food scraps and your yard trimmings into compost and clean energy. I'm with Dieter right now, and Dieter, you're the plant manager of the energy garden there, right? And what happens in the energy garden?
Well, see, Thor, the food scraps that are tipped here in our on our plant, they still contain a lot of energy.
Okay.
The energy that we need to, food to move and have our activities.
Right.
So what we do is the technology we use is called an anaerobic digester.
Okay.
Anaerobic means without air.
Right.
So when we eat food, typically we use oxygen to release the energy. Now, this is true for animals, for humans, insects, but there are some microorganisms, they actually don't use oxygen.
Okay.
But because they don't use oxygen, their breakdown is not as efficient. And as a result, a byproduct of their consumption is gas, and that contains a lot of energy.
Ah. So you'll use this jar of microorganisms to extract the energy from the food scraps in there.
Correct. In this jar.
And that creates gas.
Correct. In this jar, there are millions of organisms. We can't see them with our eyes.
No.
But those organisms, they don't need. They live in an environment depleted of oxygen.
Right.
And when you put food inside, they start to munch it, and they produce gas, and that gas can be burned, and we can produce energy.
That is fascinating stuff, Dieter. Thanks a lot. And this patch of soil here is actually used to grow food that's put towards the food bank, right?
Correct. This lot of land is given to a urban farmer, and she cultivates this land, grows crops, and donates it to the food bank.
And it's the soil that is made from this very plant here, you guys. It's fascinating stuff here, right in time for Earth Day on Monday. We're learning about sustainability and just general going green wellness.
Thor Dacko, Tia Carrera is very impressed with you right now.
You're very ecological.
Okay, good. Yes, thank you.
Ah,
the Kontiki.
Yeah, the Kontiki.
Good stuff, Tia. Not just a pretty face. Okay, we're here at Harvest Power in Richmond, and we're learning about clean energy, sustainability. Basically, the gist of this, guys, is that your your yard trimmings and your food scraps get turned into compost. I'm with Harmon, and Harmon, what's going on behind us here where all this machinery is?
Well, basically, think of your backyard composting bin, just on a much bigger scale here. So what we do is we take your food scraps, yard trimmings, we mix them up, we'll pile them up into these big 20-foot high mounds.
Wow.
They'll break down, decompose over 8 weeks, and once they decompose, approximately 8 weeks later, they'll get moved over to that area down there. That's our finished section, and we'll screen them and turn them into our beautiful soil blends.
So 8 weeks is sort of the general time that it takes for the stuff to break down?
Correct, yeah, approximately that's how long it takes for the organic matter to break down.
Okay, and take us through the different soil samples here.
Right, so we've got 3 different products. Our soil amender is pure compost. It's great to give your garden a boost of nutrients. It's a safe, environmentally friendly alternative to chemical fertilizers. Our garden blend is our top selling product, and it's essentially a multi-purpose planters mix. It's 3 parts compost, 1 part sand. Our turf blend, kind of self-explanatory for your lawns. 2 parts compost, 2 parts sand, good for drainage.
Perfect, well said. Thanks, Harmon. We're learning so many good things here at Harvest Power in Richmond, you guys. It's really fascinating stuff, and it's a way to keep your food scraps and your yard trimmings and you know, turn them into something good, giving back to the environment there. Clean energy and composting. Yeah, it's a little wet out here, Russ, but you know what? You're right. It is tapering off here, kind of lightening up in Richmond. We're at Harvest Power, and we're learning all about turning your food scraps and yard trimmings into compost and clean energy. And Tanya, you're here, and you're going to talk to us about the products that sort of come out of that whole process. This is compost soil that is actually available for purchase now, right?
Yeah, so at Harvest, we take in organic material, such as food waste and yard waste, and we turn it into energy and also soil products. So most recently, Harvest has introduced a line of bagged soil products as an alternative to bulk, sort of for smaller gardening projects.
So before it was like, you know, sort of farms would buy the soil in the big bulk purchase, but now it's available at the consumer level.
Right, right. And there's a few different types for just about any gardening need. So they're just all over here.
Okay.
So we took some extra care on the back of the bag here just to explain how this product relates to the closed loop organic process.
Right. And this is an example of the stuff here. It's beautiful.
Yes,
and earlier in the day, we saw, you know, there was like an onion growing in some of the soil. So it's good stuff.
Yeah. So this
nutrient rich.
Right. So that one is 100% compost. So you could use it in your plants, and it would give them a good nutrition boost. Then we have a couple of other types. So we have a potting mix, which is for indoor and outdoor potted plants. And then we also have a lawn soil, which you can use on top of your lawn, or you can also use in your garden.
Okay, and what's the website for people to go and purchase this?
The website is harvestpower.com/BC.
Okay, thanks a lot, Tanya.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm all done here at Harvest Power. I want to ask Tia something. Tia, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I just wanted to say I picked up a little Cantonese while I was in the Orient, and you know, you sound a lot like you're from Kowloon Bay as opposed to Hong Kong.
Yes, exactly. That's correct. Kowloon Bay.
There you have it. I had to get my Rob Lowe line in there.
You're not going to bust in some Chinese for me?
The Police Academy movies. That's where you got it, right? Dick Van Patten.
Zang.
All right, Dorothy.
Zang.